Somewhere beneath this ship, in water untouched by sunlight, something enormous is moving. We cannot see it. Our sonar detected the shape for less than 3 seconds. Long enough to know that it was alive and far too large for an ordinary squid. For centuries, sailors told stories of tentacled monsters rising from the ocean to drag ships down. Most of those stories were myths. But the creature that may have inspired them is real. It has eyes as wide as dinner plates and 2 feeding tentacles that reach far beyond. Tonight, we are descending into its world to witness how this mysterious predator hunts in darkness. Our destination lies along the continental slope, where the seafloor suddenly drops into the deep ocean. Many records come from island slopes, where currents carry nutrients and large schools of fish gather. Our submersible carries a special electronic lure designed to imitate the flashing display of a bioluminescent jellyfish. Bright white lights may frighten animals. For most of this descent, we will travel almost completely dark. There is no guarantee that the squid will appear. Many spend careers searching without seeing one. At this depth, the pressure is dozens of times greater, and the temperature begins to fall. Sunlight disappears. We become visitors in a world ruled by senses very different from our own. At 100 meters, the ocean is blue. At 200, the colors begin to disappear. Below us, small flashes appear, brief sparks of living light created by animals drifting through the darkness. This is the twilight zone. Countless creatures rise at night to feed before returning to the deep. For a hunter, this moving river of life creates opportunity. But it also creates danger. Then the motion sensor activates. Something passes beneath us. It is fast and approximately 2 meters long. A smaller squid. It vanishes quickly. But where smaller squid gather, something larger may follow. At 500 meters, the giant squid has evolved some of the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. Each eye may reach 30 centimeters across. Their purpose is to collect every possible trace of light. They allow the squid to recognize the glowing shape of danger, like a sperm whale, before it strikes. A motionless predator creates fewer vibrations. Against dark water, its reddish skin appears almost black. It can remain hidden, watching the darkness, until something enters the reach of its tentacles. A giant squid has 10 appendages. 8 are arms. 2 are extraordinarily long feeding tentacles. Around each sucker is a hard, toothed ring. It doesn't need venom. It just never lets go. A dark beak, shaped like that of a parrot, slices through flesh and bone with ease. Food must be small because the squid's esophagus passes through the center of its ring-shaped brain. At 680 meters, our camera detects a school of deep-water fish moving across the slope. 20 meters below the school, a faint shape enters the frame. It is rising slowly, keeping hidden. One fish falls behind. The squid rotates its body until the prey is positioned directly in front. Then the squid strikes. Both feeding tentacles shoot forward, spreading to wrap across its escape path. The toothed suckers lock. The squid retracts its tentacles, pulling the captured fish toward its waiting arms. This is not a passive creature. It is an active predator that waits until escape is impossible. As the tentacles retract, the 8 arms close around the fish. The beak begins its work. The squid has captured its prey, but the hunt has produced vibrations. Something large is approaching. A sperm whale. Scientists have found giant squid beaks inside whale stomachs for decades. The squid releases its meal and jets backward. A cloud of ink spreads to confuse the attacker. The whale doesn't need light. It searches using sound. The battle is about to begin. One tentacle brushes the whale's jaw. The arms search for anything they can grip. No human has reliably documented an entire natural battle. The evidence survives only as scars. The whale is gone. The squid is alive, but one feeding tentacle is damaged near the club. It settles near a wall of black rock. Its skin darkens. The enormous animal begins to disappear. In 2004, researchers captured the first photographs of a living giant squid in its natural habitat.
We activate the electronic lure. A ring of blue light pulses once. It mimics a jellyfish's alarm.
The squid returns. It touches the device, withdraws, and reaches again, investigating the light. For one moment, explorer and predator are watching each other. It hasn't surrendered its secrets. The encounter is over. We found a hunter unlike any animal at the surface. Subscribe to Deep Ocean Files.